guys know I could not leave Tokyo without driving an R33 GTR, or any GTR for that matter. But here in front of me, this one is built for straight line speed. Of course, here in Japan, you have kind of two opposite ends of the spectrum. You've got the expressways for high speed stuff, and then you've got incredible world-class driving roads, one of which we're gonna hit right now. We're taking it out of its element a little bit, and we're gonna see if you can take a race car, stick it on the road, and still use it in a way that's fun and enjoyable, and hopefully it doesn't beat me up too much. So it's a new road. Let's go for a drive. Oh, it's got a twin disc. Buttery smooth. Definitely have to give it some gas. It does not like to be slipped. All right, I have a feeling this car is gonna prove a point. And this is kind of a GTR problem, a real hardcore GTR owner problem. But a lot of people in a perfect world would own two GTRs. I personally, if I had unlimited funds in the bank, I would build two different GTRs. One for straight line speed, strictly for that, and then one for the corners, for the toge, for these mountain roads that if you drive for more than a couple of hours around the outskirts of Tokyo, even just remotely close to the mountains, you'll find unbelievable driving roads. It's got an HKS 2.8, so it's a 2.8 liter RB26. It's got HKS cams, 270s. It's got, I believe Nismo told me, 1650cc injectors. Of course, here in Japan, they don't have bad gas, so you don't really find a lot of people running E85. Now, he does have a water meth injection kit, but he doesn't have it hooked up right now, so it should be okay. We're gonna talk to Nismo in a second, but he has an interesting story with the dog box that he had in this car that he uses for drag racing. He does 8th mile drag racing over in Okinawa. He'll talk to you about that, but this one I'm using right now is, or he thinks, is a factory gearbox. It does not feel like a factory RB26 gearbox. Not only that, but I have never heard of somebody putting 800 wheel horsepower through an OEM RB26 gearbox without shattering something, without breaking something. It's hooked up to a Link G4X. We have this insane digital dash here, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to look down on that. Although, if I sneak my eyes just past, oh, there's a tunnel here. If I sneak my eyes just past the digital gauge cluster, I can see 8,000 on the actual OEM tag, so. That just blew out the mics, I can almost guarantee that. Holy shit. The swell of torque, I'm gonna guess at around 4,500 RPM, is ridiculous, but the 2.8 gives it just enough of a helping hand at lower RPMs. I'm trying to put it as politely as possible because out of boost, a big power RB like this does not have basically any torque. You do get the turbo to spool up just a little bit quicker, but the turbo under the hood here is a Garrett G40 1150, which I believe is the biggest Garrett G40 they make. Newest ball bearing turbo technology that Garrett has. Basically a larger version of what was in Charles' car that we drove a while ago. Okay, now I feel the two-way in the back. It's got a Cusco two-way diff in the back. It wasn't so bad around the parking lot, but now I can begin to feel that this car is out of its element. It's a little bit cold out today, so just tearing through the tires in second gear. What's going on, Nismo?
Hello.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for bringing the car out.
No problem at all. I bought this, I came to Japan in 2015, part of the Air Force. I was looking on this site called Buku, and I was looking for a 34, but saw the prices and I was like, no. So,
In hindsight, maybe a mistake, but you
Yeah.
know.
So I got to looking more, and then I saw a 33 on there. It's white, and I was like, oh, this is a nice car. Get to Japan,
And it was close by.
close by. It was on island.
Oh, wow, that's
Yep.
insane.
It was on Okinawa. They're Japanese, but they're considered Okinawan.
Yeah,
because
okay.
They're considered themselves Okinawa, like kind of like separate from Japan. It's like a whole different history of it, but yeah. I bought this car for 11,000 US dollars. $11,000, bro. Like, not many people like the 33s. They didn't want, it was a boat. It was the black sheep of the R's chassis.
Crazy to say.
Yep, which
It's so
now
crazy to
everybody
say
wants
that.
one.
Yes.
The car was fairly OEM when I got it. I had that and I played around and had fun with that for a couple of years. I was doing like a lot of gymkhana with the car. Like I gymkhana this car. I did like toge stuff with speed limit toge.
Yeah.
And when I had the car, I really wanted to build it for a circuit. But Okinawa doesn't have a circuit. They have a small circuit that they built, but it's not big enough for like this power style of a car.
Yeah.
But, I built it for a circuit, but the next best thing was for drag racing because Okinawa does have a drag event, which is called Okinawa Drag Race Association. I was invited by a friend and he was like, you know, just go out there, test out, just have fun or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So we literally went out, went to the drag race event. I signed up, went on it. And ever since then, man, it's like a joy of drag racing in itself. A lot of people just think you're just pressing the gas and going straight, but
Not in a
it's
car
not
like
like
this.
that.
Especially not in a car like
Yeah.
this. So you got hooked.
Yeah, it got hooked. At that point, I had 1,000cc injectors. The turbo was a T78, like an old school turbo.
Old school, yeah, wow.
Oh yeah.
This also has a built head as well. It's got all the stuff you would expect out of a high power build, just all the things surrounding a big turbo that are required. This is somewhere between 750 and 800 and it feels it. It is insanely fast, you guys. On the street here, it's actually fairly composed aside from the noise. The noise is insane. Rolling on 4,000. My neck muscles are being put through their paces right now. Here's the thing, a turbo that spools at 4,500 RPM, and I've said this so many times, but when you have a red line up at 8,200 RPM, you still have almost 4,000 RPM to play with. So it's not as if you get into boost and you have to shift immediately, maybe in first gear, of course. But in second gear, third gear, you can wring it out just a little bit, but this would be absolutely miserable on a twisty back road. We're backing it down there. So happy to rev. The heel toes are perfect. Oh, so easy to shift. Easily one of the quickest GTRs I've ever driven. And I think the engine and turbo combination here, it's still streetable. Is it happy on the street? No, but it's absolutely still streetable. And you know, the combination of the clutch, good visibility. Oh, this car is so happy right now. Coolant temp 161. Air intake temps super low. Everything is so happy. Now, we haven't been hammering on it crazy, but also, not to mention, this custom color, ridiculous, absolutely insane. At night, when I saw this car a couple nights ago for the first time, in the dark, in the shadows, it almost looks red. It almost looks like a dark red, but then when the sun hits it, pop. It's just so gold. It's crazy. If you had to guess, what would this do in the quarter mile, you think, with the dog box?
With the dog box, I'm gonna say it would be either a low 10 second maybe car, a low 10 second on a good run, maybe a high 9s.
Yeah, it feels ridiculous.
Yep.
Man.
Literally, I want to say like 90% of this car is literally built by me myself. Engine, transmission, like a lot of the interiors, custom stuff. Like I did all of that stuff myself. And I want to give a big shout out to my tuner. His name is Cody, but he has been he's been with me 100%. I was on Facebook. Speed Tech put out a post of, follow their page, write a small summary of what you would do if you got this dog box gear set. And, I put my spiel on there, just being me. So I wasn't expecting anything. And then I was asleep and I got messages and messages. And I was like, what are these messages coming from? And then people saying congratulations. I was like, congratulations on what?
For waking up.
Yeah. So I looked at it, and then I also saw a message from Speed Tech themselves, and it was like, we like what you said, and we would like for you to do a YouTube video, small YouTube video on the removal and install of their gear set. And they will sent it to me, and I didn't have to pay for anything. And
that's awesome.
Got the Speed Tech Golf first through fourth gear set of it. Felt like I was learning how to drive a freaking transmission, a manual transmission again, because it's different. Actually, Cody, him and I put that together. And once I put it together, we was like, well, we pray that this works. Because when I say we took everything came off, and we put their whole kind of catalog in there. You don't have to use, once you get up to a good speed, you don't have to use the clutch to shift to the next second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Once you get good at it, you can synchronize it to where it's smooth going into engagement, but downshifting is kind of tricky. So with the dog box, it's all straight cut gears and everything. You don't want to break a gear, so it was a learning experience. But I got used to it.
Yeah.
I got the first through four, as we said before, and they released the fifth and reverse dog gear set. So I took the transmission out and put the fifth and reverse in dog gear set. Got the clutch from Direct Clutch Services, which is a company in Australia. And I was breaking in that clutch, which is a good thing, because after I put the dog box back in, I noticed, and I could feel it, and you can hear it. Something was felt like it was tapping the shifter rod. So I babied it. I really didn't do too much. I hit it a little bit, but nothing crazy when I was up there. So because I was breaking the clutch in. So I got back, long story short, I got back to Okinawa. I gave it a little hit, and then I heard a clunk, I was like, what the fuck was that? So I pulled over, and I thought I put it in neutral, and while I was putting it in neutral, I didn't pull over, it was still rolling, but I tried to put it in neutral, and I let off. It was in reverse. Oh. So while rolling in reverse, it said, I heard the tires chirp, so I hurry up and put the clutch back in, but the damage was done at that point, bro. So
that sucks.
I got it back home. I got it into a gear and drove it second gear all the way back home, which is not super far, but it's far enough. But drove it all the way back home, got it in the garage, and something on the shifter rod was broken. I was thinking that was a gear or something, but after I took it all out, took the transmission back apart again, the counter shaft had sheared. So had to order a new counter shaft. And I had, like I said, 4 of the transmissions, so I canned that part off of that one of those transmissions, put it back together. All right, thought everything was good to go, and still feel something hitting the shifter rod. So I don't know if something, when I put it together from the filter and reverse, if something was kind of off. So I'm gonna get detailed photos and videos for Speed Tech, so they can look at it and be like, oh, you put this on incorrectly, change it, should be good. So that's why the dog box isn't in here. But the last event prior, when I had the dog box in, I raced that event, and I ran a 7.0 with a slipping clutch, and it ran a 7.0. I ran the event with this transmission in here, and I ran a 7.8.
Wow.
Which was so much more slow. I was like, what in the hell is going on? It had me rethinking myself. I was like, what did I do? I forget how to drive or something? But yeah, it's dog box, you don't lose that boost pressure. You might lose 1 or 2 PSI, but once you go in, hit the gas first to second, no lift, just go into gears.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing the car out again. Thanks for the
No
seat time.
problem at all.
Nismo, you're a madman. It's funny because whenever and this is unintentional, whenever I meet up with somebody new to go drive their car and shoot their car and kind of figure out the story behind it, I try to get a sense of how the car drives just by talking to them. And Nismo seems like a pretty chill guy. He lives in Okinawa. He's on island time, as they say, you know? But then you drive this car and it is the exact opposite. A road trip in this car, no, not really feasible. You could do like a higher speed, ton of sweepers, a road like that, right? But yeah, in a way, this car kind of proves that in a perfect world, you need two GTRs. One of the best parts about this car, though, is that if I had to guess, I would think that Nismo was able to build this, an insanely fast car, for less than it would cost to buy just an OEM R34 GTR, which is crazy, and that's where we are kind of in the GTR market right now. So thank you, Nismo, for the seat time. Can't thank you enough. You guys subscribe if you haven't already. Hit me up on Instagram. You guys get the idea. We'll see you next time.